Hello my dear students of standard 9th, welcome you all in today's online class. Dear students, as you all know it very well that we are learning the chapter 5 from biology section, why do we fall ill. This chapter is going on and we are learning all the things regarding the chapters. So what types of the contents you have learned from so far? Let us discuss in brief about all those contents which you have learned so far. So dear students, we have learned a lot of things just like diseases, infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases, communicable and non-communicable diseases, symptoms, sign, chronic and acute diseases, and we have classified the diseases and modes of diseases just like direct and modes of diseases means how does disease transmits from a healthy person to a infected person to a healthy person. So we have discussed all of these things just like modes of transmission of diseases. So today we are just going to describe about the principle of treatment. Principle of treatment is associated with the chapter because this chapter describes about the diseases whatever you have learned, and now it is time to understand that how can you reduce the diseases and how can you affect the effects of diseases, how can you reduce the symptoms of diseases. So we have to go to learn the principle of treatment. So principle of treatment, that is what is the principle of treatment? Dear friends, generally it is said that prevention is better than cure, and of course it is right to say that prevention is better than cure because if you take precautions and we are following the precautionary steps, so it means we can be escaped from the fatal diseases and other kinds of diseases which can affect our body's organs and tissues. So dear students, let us read what is the principle of treatment. So principle of treatments, if you are talking about the principle of treatment, so there are two ways to treat an infectious disease. So there are two ways by which we can treat an infectious disease. So infectious disease means that is the communicable disease. Okay? If word this infectious disease stand for the communicable disease. So if you want to reduce the effect of communicable disease, so one is to reduce the effect of disease and other is to kill the cause of disease. First one is to reduce the effect of disease and other one is to kill the way, other way is to kill the cause of disease. So both ways are important there. But if you talk first one, so first one is only to reduce the effect of disease, but it does not kill the cause of the disease. So therefore, students, which one is better according to you? Which one is better? Dear students, second one is better because in case of the seconds, we are just going to kill the cause of the disease and ways of the disease through which it is spreading inside our body. How does this ways, if you talk about the ways, which types of the ways you will getting there? So in case of the first case, if you want to reduce the effect of disease, so we can start to take rest properly. In case finding the symptoms and sign related to any kinds of disease inside our body and we have started to take rest for a certain period of time, then we can consume a lot of energy and which can refresh our body, and we will feel refreshed at that moment, and we can feel that we are getting recover. But it is wrong to say that you are not getting recover. So dear friends, for getting excellent recovery, for getting proper recovery, you must try to follow the second rules, that is second principle of treatment, that is way to kill the cause of disease. Suppose you fall ill, okay, and you are trying to recover yourself, okay, you don't try to consult with the doctor. So in that case you can get recover, but there is an uncertainty that you will get recover, and if you are trying to reduce the effects of disease and you have started to take exercise and nutritious food, and you have started exercises and other things which consume the energy, so it does not provides you complete recovery. So dear students, for getting the complete recovery, we must try to take proper medicine, drugs that are available only special for the particular disease from which we are falling in and from which we are suffering. So these types of the diseases and symptoms, after knowing their symptoms, we follow the principle of treatment. So killing of pathogens, first is the killing of pathogens. Killing of pathogens means the pathogen that has entered inside our body and we have started taken to medicine, and that pathogens will be killed by the drugs that we are taking as a medicine inside our body. So that will be the better ways to kill the cause of disease. So if we talk about the principle of treatment, so this will be more helpful for explaining the principle of treatment. So dear friends, as you have seen that we have classified the microorganisms in many groups, just like if you talk, just like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans and worms. So all of these microorganisms are can be classified in the groups. So in case of the bacterial disease, you have seen that the bacterial disease cannot be bacterial disease can be cured, but the viral disease cannot be cured by the antibiotics. Antibiotics medicine will not work in case of the viral disease. Why? Because all of you know it very well that bacteria, which is a unicellular organisms having its own types of the metabolic machinery and cellular respiratory system, that is, it can survive itself. It does not require the host cell for the survival. But in case of the virus only can survive in the host cells. Okay, in the host cell. So that means if we talk about the biochemical pathways, which I have described about the biochemical pathways. So bacteria and virus both has the biochemical pathways, but in case of the virus uses the biochemical pathways of the host cells. Okay, but bacteria itself has chemical pathways which can be blocked by providing suitable antibiotics medicine. That is the main motto of the treatments. So if you have started to take medicine related to the concerned disease, then we will get recovered. Dear students, in case if you are talking about the principle of treatments, so we can explain that during the treatment we have to pass through some kinds of the severity, some kinds of the defects in our body. Just like for long time sickness causes a lot of damages in our body. If you are passing through recurring fevers and headache, so it will cause severity in our body, and which can damage the tissue and cells inside our body. So these limitations, we are talking about the limitations of treatment, limitations in treatment of disease, damage of the various body functions, damage of various body functions. First of all, if you talk about the limitations, what is the limitation of principle of treatments? If you have understood the term principle of treatments, then after, what are the limitations which are associated with the principle of treatments? So if you talk about the limitation of treatments, so limitation of treatments means damage to various body functions. Okay, damage to various body functions, just like when a person suffers from disease, some of his or her body functions get affected and damaged and may not recover completely. So any types of the organs will be affected, any kinds of the organ system may be in damage. So that is why we will not be able to complete recovery. So you can't get the complete recovery and treatments because this is the limitation of treatments. So we are talking about the limitation of treatment. Long recovery period. There are some certain kinds of diseases which takes long time to be cured completely. So it means we have to pass through the long time with the diseases, which also causes other kinds of the defects in our body. Serve as source of infection. Serve as source of infections. There is a limitation of the disease, limitation of treatments. If a person is suffering from any kinds of disease, then if he is suffering from infectious disease, especially infectious disease, so he can spread infectious disease, infections in the society, in the surroundings where he is residing. Means the infections can spread throughout the entire place we are in touch. So these types of limitations can be explained in case of the treatment. Next, prevention of diseases. So how can we prevent the diseases? How can we diseases prevented completely? So diseases can be prevented completely by following some ways, just like clean environment. Clean environment. So first is clean environment. Clean environment. Clean environment. Clean environment means it is the basic key to prevent the spread of disease. It is the basic key to prevent the spread of disease. If the surrounding is clean and garbage and other disposal material are not there, contamination is not there, water is not contaminated there, everything is clean, then it is low condition to spread the infectious disease in that case. Next one, proper disposal system. There should be proper disposal system की बात करें, proper disposal system. Proper disposal system. Proper disposal system means if you have thrown the garbage and any other waste materials outside the roads, then it must be disposed properly. It should not be collected and gathered there for longer period of time. So bacteria and virus may grow there and other kinds of infectious disease may spread. So proper disposals, there should be proper and regular waste disposal system to prevent the spread of disease. Therefore, public hygiene is, in that case, public hygiene is very important. If you are following the self hygiene, hygiene का मतलब होता है कि related to the health. If you are following the personal hygiene, it means you are protecting yourself in that case. But if you are following the public hygiene, then you are trying to make fit and disease free all the surroundings. So in that case, infectious disease can be prevented in large scale and mass scale. So proper nutrition is also important. Proper nutrition is also important. If you want to be disease free for longer period of time and you don't want to fall ill, then you must try to take the proper nutritious food in your body, because our body requires a lot of nutrition for proper growth and nourishment. That is why proper nutrition and sufficient quantity of food must be keep one's body healthy. So healthy body is well equipped to fight the infectious strongly. So if you are trying to take the healthy food and nutrients rich materials, edible materials in our body, that will make us healthy, as well as will provide us a immunity power that will fight with the pathogens and entering bacteria. So personal hygiene and cleanliness is important, and exercise, sleep and rest is also important. Specific sleep and rest. So rest and sleeps provides us refreshment to the body, and that is also important. So dear students, we have talked about principle of treatment in today's video. How can we prevent our body? How can we prevent our whole body from being ill, being sick? That there are some certain ways by following that we can keep us healthy and fit for longer period of time. That is the main motto of principle of treatment. And generally it is said that prevention is better than cure. So if you have started precautionary steps, then we will not fall ill at randomly, and you will remain healthy and fit for longer period of time. Thank you students for watching today's video and all the discussions with me. Thank you students.